I recently caught up with a US banker that I've known for a long time. This is a senior banker who exclusively caters to foreign and international customers, and many of our clients have opened personal and business accounts with this particular bank. But this was not a normal catch-up. Instead, he shared a major update, an immediate change that's going to have a huge impact on foreigners looking to bank in the United States. And as I'll share in a bit, it's not just his bank that's making this change, which means US banking is going to get even harder for foreign non-residents. But harder doesn't mean impossible. So in this video, I'm going to share this update along with other details from our conversation and give you a few of the cheat codes to open US bank accounts as a foreign non-resident while you still can. If this is your first time on the channel, my name is Chris. I'm the head of banking relationships here at GlobalBanks. We help individuals and business owners navigate cross-border banking and financial services, including opening accounts in the United States as foreign non-residents and for foreign non-resident companies, 100% remotely. Now, like I said, I recently caught up with a US banker who I've known for many years. And that's an important point because it means I can have a candid conversation with him and get information that he's not going to share with anyone else. Now, I'm not going to name the bank, but this is a mid-sized US bank with assets just shy of $100 billion. And while the bank does have a large domestic banking team, they also cater to certain foreign non-residents, which is what we're interested in. Now, our team has been helping clients open accounts here for a while, along with a wide range of other US banks, but we'll talk about these other options in a minute. At this particular bank, our clients have consistently opened accounts remotely. This includes accounts for foreign and offshore companies. Now, I talk to a lot of bankers. It's what I spend most of my time doing, but the reason I wanted to share this particular conversation is because it represents a shift that we're seeing across a number of US banks. And it's a shift that can impact which individuals, businesses, companies are able to access US bank account opening going forward. So what's changed? Well, first, the bank increased the deposit requirement from $25,000 to $250,000, 10 times higher for foreign non-residents. And this wasn't a gradual move, it was immediate. Next, the bank changed the profile of the clients that they were willing to serve. Before, they had an appetite for customers with transactional banking profiles, meaning they were encouraging clients who were sending and receiving payments because the bank was generating fees from transactions. But not anymore. The bank has decided to consciously move away from transactional banking and now only wants clients with limited transaction activity. And the final change, which is huge, is that the bank changed the jurisdictions that it's willing to serve. While this bank used to support clients from Asia, Europe, and the Americas, they now wanted to focus exclusively on clients from North and South America. And frankly, I get it. These changes, they reduce the risk for the bank. They simplify the onboarding and compliance and will likely increase the profit that the bank will generate per client. But here's the thing. When people come to us looking to deposit $250,000, which is the new deposit level for this particular bank, we do not suggest that they bank with small to medium-sized US banks. We tell them to consider banking with major US banks instead. Think top 5 banks in terms of assets, with huge national footprints and overseas operations. So while I do understand why this particular bank made these changes, I don't think the higher deposits make a lot of sense for these smaller and medium-sized US banks. Because frankly, they cannot compete in terms of products, services, and even brand recognition with the larger national banks. But these are smart guys running the bank. They know that this will result in a massive decrease in applications, and they're okay with that since they expect profitability per client to increase and compliance risks to go down with fewer lower deposit accounts and lower transaction volumes. So what does this mean for you? Why is this important? Well, before I break that down, if you want me to share more insights from conversations that I have with bankers, can you do me a favor and hit the like button? That way we know that we should keep making more videos like this for you going forward. Okay, so what does this mean for you or anyone looking to open US bank accounts? Well, like I mentioned, we're seeing similar changes at other US banks as well. And that means if you need or want a bank account in the United States or really any country, and you prefer to open that account with a lower deposit amount, you should do so as soon as that opportunity is available to you. Don't wait. Because account opening requirements for foreign non-residents, they're constantly changing. They're getting more difficult, and when it comes to deposits, that means more money. Fortunately, there are still plenty of US banks willing to open accounts for foreign non-resident individuals, foreign non-resident owned US LLCs, and foreign and offshore companies. And yes, all of these profiles, they can open with relatively low deposits, including remotely. That means never visiting the United States. And to help you decide if US banking is right for you, I'm going to quickly share the minimum deposits that you'll be expected to make at other US banks in order to open remotely for yourself or your company. Now, we've already made a few videos on US banking for foreign non-residents, so instead of recapping those videos completely, I'm going to set expectations in terms of deposits. And then at the end, I'll share videos where you can get the step-by-step process for both personal and business bank account opening if that's something you're interested in. So first, if you're looking to open with digital banks in the US, which are geared towards businesses, then you will be able to open with deposits starting from $0 up to $50,000. And while this is a very wide range, the lower end of this deposit spectrum is where most US LLCs owned by foreign non-residents tend to open accounts. This includes popular digital banks with online onboarding, which can be completed in a very short period of time. If instead you'd like to open personal accounts, the minimum deposits typically range between $10,000 and $25,000, though we do generally suggest starting with at least $25,000 to have access to a wider range of options. And in terms of business banking with brick and mortar banks, you're generally going to be looking at a deposit between $25,000 and $250,000, which was the new minimum deposit at the bank that I referenced earlier. Of course, the banks available across these deposits, they vary pretty widely, but in the case of brick and mortar banking, what I'm talking about is opening accounts with FDIC insured US banks. And yes, all of these accounts can be opened remotely. In fact, the only time that our clients open accounts in person is if they're already heading to the United States and they want help navigating complex banking objectives. Or they don't want to make a $25,000 deposit, they prefer to get on a plane so that they can access a wider range of banking options, often starting as low as a few $1,000s for the deposit, which is also possible. The point is, you don't have to get on a plane if you don't want to. And if you want the step-by-step process that our clients use to open US bank accounts remotely, you can get that here for both personal and business banking, or you can watch this video for the specific steps related to opening accounts for US LLC. So go ahead, choose the video that's best for you, and I'll see you over there right now.